Hello, welcome to Everyday Players Podcast Game Week 24 preview with your host, Matthew Chan, the secret author, Tony Buxton.
Good evening, all.
And back from his pilgrimage from the Promised Land after his little sabbatical last week, Ryan Chan.
Good evening, everyone.
Good to have you back anyway after your week off.
Yeah, I thought I needed a bit of time off, really. It was getting a bit too much in a way, so I just thought... I played last game week 22. I just played it blind. I set my team, didn't know the opposition's team. So I was watching every game. I sort of didn't know what I want. I lost both games in the end, but it was actually it wasn't too bad. I wasn't too stressed out over it. So I'm trying to take a bit of a step back.
I was a bit worried about you. I was going to come round and get a palm over and that chill out, but Becky wouldn't let me a tenner. But I wanted to come round just to make sure you weren't in a bad way.
Yeah, I was in a bad way, and I actually did have a Palmo that night, and even that didn't cheer me up as well. Yeah, I think I played that game, and then after that, I just thought, oh, you know what, I need to just take a step back and just not be so bothered about it. So now I'm just in the stand-up, I've sort of already accepted. I'm just thinking, right, I'm not going to qualify, so my expectations are just down now. So it's a bit different.
Good game, innit? It's a mint game, man.
Yeah, it's just a bit of fun.
Yeah, we'll see.
Kicking off now.
Well, I'll tell you what, you never know. A few weeks ago, there was just the odd few teams up there, but all the chasing pack have worked their way up now. So there's 12 people in the league that can make it.
Yeah, it is pretty close, but I think I'm 10 points behind. I can still do it, but I'm just trying to lower my expectations and just think, right, I haven't made it. I'll concentrate on the other one.
Comfort eating.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Tony, you never guess who messaged me yesterday, sorry.
Tomas Soucek.
Asking about the playoffs. No, we'll get to him. Andy.
Matty Cash. Oh, he's bang on it again.
He's won 3 games in a row, and now he's asking me how long's left. He's going to make the playoffs.
Mate, he's bang on it, right? For the whole season since his first loss, he's yeah, I'm not arsed, don't care. Yeah, all right, then give you shit, never mind. And now he's won a few. He's oh, I love this game, mate. Do you think I should do this? Do you think I should do that? Give it up, mate. You weren't making playoffs.
Where was
I know.
In the league?
Third bottom, I think. Wow. Fourth bottom now.
Well, he's got more belief than I do anyway. As you say, good run of form, and he's just suddenly felt a bit confident.
Yeah, I he's went a bit crazy with the Everton signings as well because they have a double game week, but probably where his streak's going to end if he's doping up on Everton players.
Yeah, and look, speaking about confidence, this isn't a rant, but I don't know what is going on. I'm trying to change my look. I've got the garlic. I've moved back in the conservatory because I'm blaming that. The last podcast being upstairs with superstition. It's just all gone wrong. I think I worked it out. 63 points I've seemed to lost. At the end of the day, it's just stick with your team, isn't it? He's a little PowerPoint here. Stick to your guns. Since a wildcard, game week 21. So, Tony, you can bring me up on that wildcard, please. Transferred out. Bamford, Bruno, and Target. Bamford gets 15 next week. Transfer out DCL. Bruno gets 17 the week after, with DCL getting 9. And then the week after that, you take out Gundogan against Liverpool. And, what you've said as well, Tony, you think Gundogan, maybe his time's up. Took him out 13 points last week, and to top it off, Calvert-Lewin with a 12 as well. What do you think of that, Tony?
I tell you all the time about this wildcard business. Obviously, if stumped, you're on it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know. You could use it now, couldn't you? I guess, but
yeah,
it's just
definitely
one of them. There's still time left, and anyone with a clever head that isn't a mile off can still make playoffs.
And to top it all off, how can Mike Dean just make it all about the Mike Dean show? He puts such a nice guy, his character, Tomas Soucek's character, in such disrepute, sending him off. He literally just moved his elbow just to get out of the way. What a nice... I think he tweeted after it, 200 games without a red card.
Yeah.
What a nice bloke. And he's just ruined that disciplinary record. I think once that happened, I was I was just down on Saturday night, I think.
Yeah.
I think it was a banker red card, mate.
You could.
I think you're the only person who does. Yeah, definitely.
And the only way to stop him scoring, I don't know, send him off, break his leg, sell him. I don't know. I was half glad he was gone for a bit, but hasn't it been overturned now? So he can play. So it's back to the usual Soucek screwing me over every week, then, innit?
Yeah, been overturned, and Mike Dean's not reffing this week, is he?
Yeah,
I know it doesn't warrant a death threats and stuff like that, which
no, definitely not. I mean,
yeah, poor choice.
I thought he was like sound as, on the Peter Crouch podcast. I thought it was dead funny, and he's gone down in my estimations. But obviously, we don't condone any online death threats.
Yeah.
But to sweet Thomas, you can't be doing that.
Yeah, my favourite player.
Yeah. So, anyway, main topic obviously for this game week, double game weeks. City, Everton, Burnley, and Fulham. Obviously, we'll talk a little bit about City then first. Obviously, you don't want to cover too much because it's nothing that we haven't covered. What are you going for, Tony? 3 City players?
No, I've got Gundogan back. This was my first big mistake in about 2 to 3 months. Underestimating Gundogan. I thought his form would come and got rid of him. He got 13 points, so I've got him back.
You only made one mistake in 3 months, Tony.
One mistake. Yeah.
You're good, you. You should be a manager.
Just one mistake. I might have made a little tinkle half mistake following that as well. I think it's going down to Swanee, but yeah, I've had to get him back. I haven't touched Diaz, which I think you guys said he's got a poorly belly or something now anyway, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Don't trust the rotation and with Stones and that anyway. But I've took a -4 for a goalkeeper. That's my half mistake with Edison. I slammed him in. It's the first time in a while I've made my substitutions like earlier than the day before, and I've done it and just think I don't know what I was doing, and I wish I didn't put him in. I don't want him in goal. Too expensive.
Well,
and
can I just interrupt you?
The defense is that good. He's not going to get bonuses or anything. I think I've messed up a bit with it.
You're right. He doesn't get any saves, but there's been a tweet going round after Gundogan missed the penalty. Maybe Edison is going to be the penalty taker for City. Just imagine it.
Yeah. Do you actually think it'll happen though? I
don't think so.
But I think apparently I got told by Matty at work that he's only 5-1 to score in this game. I don't know whether that's true or not, but apparently he's only 5-1.
Nah, surely that can't happen, man.
I mean,
I know what would happen if he did. He'd miss it and get like minus whatever.
Yeah, will he get 6 or 7 points? I haven't looked at it. Mate.
Same as a defender, I think.
Should be more than that, shouldn't it? Should get about.
Should be like 8. Yeah.
Keepers
should be like
you just win.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it should be like Harry Potter. Do you know, like when you get the snitch at the end and you get like 150 points.
It is the equivalent.
Just get as many as that.
He's not going to score it, is he? I've messed up getting him in. I don't know why I've done it. Shouldn't have.
Yeah, but like you touched on there anyway. Diaz, he's got fever. I mean, I've got him. Thought about captaining him. Does that put you off playing him, Ryan? Putting him on the bench or still going to play him?
My bench isn't strong enough, really. I mean, even if he plays one, I'll be happy enough. But I still think he'll play. He'll still play both. And I was thinking about captaining him as well, but I'm still unsure. But I'll definitely be playing him. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I mean, from the games last night, Rodri went off injured.
Yeah.
So now with Fernandinho, might come in. Apparently, he might not be quite 100% match fit.
Yeah.
But then does that mean Gundogan might drop back?
Yeah, I've been reading stuff.
Do you think?
Well, and then obviously if he doesn't play, I'm thinking that possibly. I was thinking that they could bring Cancelo in there as a centre midfield alongside Gundogan, and then put like Walker right back as one option. But you just never know with Pep, do you?
No, because I think Rodri gives him like Gundogan license to go forward. Yeah. The other game, I think it was Sheffield United, our captain Gundogan, and he didn't really do anything, didn't really get in dangerous areas. And he might have been down just because Rodri wasn't playing. So,
all right, Rodri was playing that game, was he?
No, he didn't come on till like 10 minutes till the end.
Yeah, right. Yeah, could be something to think about, isn't it? It's like obviously Gundogan's a captain choice this week, and I think it is had a bad effect on that.
Yeah. And what about the Man City Liverpool game anyway? I know it's like the easy thing, but I'll come to you, Tony. Do you think Thiago is he a problem for Liverpool's play?
Yeah, 100%, mate. Jordan Henderson is a better midfielder than Thiago. I know it's an unpopular opinion, but it's proven since Fabinho had to drop back, the problems started slowly because he's another effective CDM. And then when Hendo had to go back as well, there is nothing going out to Mane when he was fit, and Salah. Like, Thiago just gets booked and just passes it back to his defence. Like, I really don't rate him. I know everyone's going to disagree with me on it, but that's where I put my finger on most of their problems at the minute with getting the goals and the wins. Is Hendo isn't up there to assist or help them. It's Thiago now.
Yeah, Ryan.
Yeah, I think he obviously he's good on the ball in the sense, you know, like possession wise, he gives them something sort of what they don't have, but then they miss that, you know, that off the ball pressing when they got him in centre midfield, and just like so much energy. When Thiago he can't do it, does he? I mean, he gets booked most games. He just try and like get about him, but he just naturally he's just not a tackler.
Yeah. And that's it. I think like you're saying, Thiago is a good player on the ball, but I don't think he quite suits Liverpool. It's a bit of lazy journalism just to blame it all on him. But I mean, they've only won 2 games when he's been in the side.
Yeah.
Like you're saying, last year they had 3 hard-working midfielders: Fabinho, Henderson, Wijnaldum. They all worked hard for the team, which then meant Robbo and Trent could just go further forward.
Yeah.
And they could effectively become like 5 attackers with the front 3. Obviously, they've had to like stay back a bit more reserved. And Trent, he got found out again. Sterling just had his pants down all game, I thought.
Yeah, he dominated him, didn't he? And then Foden came to life at the end. Had Henderson, Robbo. I mean, he's another choice as well, isn't he, Foden? But I think even as well as he played, I still think he sort of gets rotated a bit too much. Foden.
Yeah. And we covered that like last week. We had a bit of a table stats on there, but take a brave man to get Foden, I think. So anyway, Ryan, one of the teams, it's got to be happy place, Turf Moor, to quote Jordan North. Burnley with a double game week.
Yeah. So, you know, obviously, apart from Man City, the Burnley Defenders are probably the next best options what we're looking at. So I was just looking at, you know, the main 3, Tarkowski, me and Lawton. And I mean, obviously you can see, Ben Mee on the most points there. Expected points, James Tarkowski's got more expected goals as well. So maybe he's just underperforming compared to me. But it's sort of, I mean, Ben Mee's the only one with, you know, on 2 goals compared to Tarkowski and Lawton with 0. And you're just sort of thinking, is it best to just go for Lawton and saving a bit of money? You know, saving the 0.5 when Ben Mee and Tarkowski, they just don't really get enough goals. Whether that extra 0.5 is worth the attacking threat, and there isn't really any, to be honest.
Yeah, so, I mean, them fixtures there, Crystal Palace away and Fulham at home, do you think that's a banker for clean sheets, Tony?
No, I think you'd expect it to be. Like, just mentioning it, you go, yeah, Burnley are normally solid at the back, and 2 fixtures against teams that aren't doing that well. You'd expect it, but it probably won't pan out that way, especially against Fulham. I think Fulham will probably turn them over. They're just not the same at the back as what they normally are, and they've conceded a canny few goals. In the last 5, they've conceded 9, which doesn't sound like a lot, but for Burnley, who are normally so strong at the back, they never usually leak as many as that. So I don't know. I have one Burnley player, but I've had him a while. He's doesn't really do much for me. I wouldn't plan on getting another one in just because of the double game week.
That's Ben Mee, isn't it?
Yeah, he's still there riding
along. And he's scored against me.
Yeah, that's like a one-time thing in it. I got Ben Mee. I never thought he'd score in a million years. I just knew he'd always start, and I wanted to have like a differential over when people were getting Taylor or Lawton. So that was a bit of a lucky goal against you, but I don't expect him to do too much more for me. He's just there as my 5th defender, really. But I think Fulham will turn them over. I can't see whether they get one clean sheet and then concede the other games, or they concede both games. But I can't see them getting a double clean sheet with no way.
Yeah, I think one clean sheet out of the 2 in game week 24. I was just looking at, they've actually played Palace, Fulham, West Brom. They've played all 3 of them this season, kept 3 clean sheets. And I think Fulham was in the cup, actually. I think this was a postponement, but they've kept 3 clean sheets. And then they have a potential of having a double game week in 26 as well. Obviously, quite hard game with Tottenham there. I'm not sure who it's against, but yes, another
yeah, if Fulham play Mitrovic as well, get in there a bit with the defence, ask them about a bit, and let Lookman and Reed just playing behind them. I reckon, yeah, I just can't see a clean sheet in that game. Definitely not, especially if they're playing Mitro, who's out of favour still in me, but
yeah,
should be playing all the time, really. But yeah, if he's on there, rough up the big centre-backs a bit, turn them over.
Bit like you, that, isn't it?
I got shouted at last time I snapped some. Stood on the bench for 87 minutes. Come on, fuming. Snapped someone, got told off my own team. You just get in there and just wipe them out.
Aren't you? You're doing something what all the other lads weren't.
Exactly. Get in there. Mitrovic is like me. So that's it. I'm just a better looking version. Although I look a bit like him with this horrible hair at the minute, don't I?
Yeah, that's shocking, that, mate.
I'd crack that, innit?
Shocking. And
Only books to mention. Bad crack.
Short word on Nick Pope then. Obviously, we didn't put him in there, but he's I mean, let's talk FPL, Andy. He was on about captaining Nick Pope. Yeah. What do you think of that? Is he worth getting in?
I think it depends who you've got already, but I think out of obviously them 3 defenders there and Nick Pope, he's definitely the best option. I mean, like the bonus points and saves what he gets compared to he's got much more chance of getting bonus than what these 3 lads have. But I mean, yeah, I've got Martinez. I don't plan on taking him out. I think it just depends who you've got already.
Yeah, I think I need a keeper. Like McCarthy's just not doing anything. But keepers never seems like a priority, does it, for transfer? So, no. I don't know. So what about the other 2 teams, Everton, Fulham? Mentioned them briefly. Anyone from there? Standout was going to be DCL.
Yeah.
But he came off injured last night.
Yeah.
So because of that, is he worth taking it?
Yeah. I mean, I've got him, and he's sort of put me in the back foot already. I think it's the fact that they actually play Fulham first game, don't they? And then they play City the next game. So really, I was already expecting like nothing against City, but if it was the other way around, and he could definitely play against Fulham, that's that'd be much better. But the fact it's the other way, plus other Everton assets, I don't really fancy any of them really. Even same with Fulham, possibly Lookman, maybe one of the defenders, maybe Dickard over Reed, but nah, I'm not getting any of them.
Yeah, it's between them 2. I'd choose a Fulham player over Everton player right now. I don't think they're like the proper whipping boys anymore, and any team who isn't that solid at the back, like Reed and Lookman are getting in there. I'd quite fancy Lookman, me, but I haven't made the leap.
I think Fulham, like, they do play some nice football. Even against West Ham, they were the better team last week, which hindered me this week. But I don't think they've won in like 11 games or something like that. They just can't get over the line.
Yeah.
But
just like
who knows?
They're just not very clinical. Playing nice football. It's a bit like when we've mentioned Brighton earlier.
Brighton or something, yeah.
Sort of like this team play good passing football, create chances, but just can't stick the ball in the back of the net. Yeah, I just think they're doing
it. Anyway, he's my team, so we'll show the Kraft team first. 46 -4. Horrible week. So we've got McCarthy for 1, Diaz for 1, Stones for 2, Soufal for 6, Grealish for 2, Son for 10, Fernandez 14 as captain, Soucek 0, Madison 2, Bamford 6, Antonio 2. So just like as we were mentioning there, Fulham and West Ham, they were the crucial games for me. 3 West Ham players
Mm.
And I played Tom Neal, and I went for like a cancelling out game. I thought, right, I'm just going to make it a 5v5. So I thought, Soucek, Antonio, Soufal, and Grealish, can they get me over the line? All the rest, I'll just put exactly the same. I'll put Fernandez as captain just to, because I knew he would. And they let me down, to be honest. Antonio done nothing. Soucek didn't get anywhere near the goal. Grealish isn't scoring. I'm thinking of taking him out. Soufal was the only one. Clean sheet. Hit the bar, actually, from a header.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I'd be asking a lot if he got, like, 13 points or something like that from a goal and a clean sheet.
Yeah.
That's asking a lot.
I think it's mainly Antonio, isn't it? I think
50.
everyone expected him to do so well, and the fact he only got 2. I mean, even yourself, you know, you're quite reliant on him, and you probably did expect him to put, you know, get you over that line. But 2 quite disappointing. But Harry Kane on the bench, do you ever think about starting him?
Well, that's it, because he's been injured. I didn't even think about putting him on, but he could have been an absolute game changer.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a shame now, because I think I've kept with him, but I don't even think I'm going to get any benefit, because people are going to start to get him anyway.
Yeah.
And they play Man City this week. He scored last night as well.
Yeah.
I'm in debate whether to play him or just leave him. Bearing in mind, you know, I've got this thing for Son as well, against City. 6 goals in 11. But with Spurs struggling and Man City, I'm not too confident in it.
Nah.
But because I'm going to stick with it just because of, you know, what we think about Son against Man City.
Yeah, I'd probably start, one of them. I wouldn't start the 2 of them. They've been so solid, haven't they, City? So.
But Kane's been scoring, so that's... So anyway, it's big headache this week. The other debate, obviously, is now I've got a City player. Do you double a City player that's playing double game week, or is it just a single, the standout Fernandez, West Brom?
Yeah, I think everyone's in that debate, aren't they? I mean, I'm slightly unsure myself on who to captain. Obviously, Fernandez, West Brom, you can't get a better fixture than that. But, you know, I suppose I just quite like having a captain who'll have 2 opportunities at least. So
Yeah,
even if they're playing, they get 6 at least. You know, it's something. But yeah, I'm slightly unsure.
Yeah, and not taking in fact. I mean, just before we go into yours, Tony. Obviously, you could go Rashford, Martial in there as well, single game week captains. But that's if you're taking a punt. Anyway, there's your team, Tony. 56 points. Do you want to read through it?
Yeah, McCarthy in goal 1 point, Justin Maguire 1, Stuart Dallas 12, Ben Mee 1, Aspilicueta 2, Fernandez 7, Grealish 2, Son 10, Salah 7, Antonio's captain 4. My defence let me down this week. I've had 5 at the back a couple of weeks now, and on paper it looks like a pretty good lineup. But Maguire 1, Ben Mee 1. It was Aspilicueta really and Maguire that surprised me, only getting 3 points between them. I really did expect clean sheets from both. But then I have to praise Justin and Dallas, mate. They're absolutely incredible. Justin scored the 2nd most points for a defender, 5.2. I think it was 4.7 when I got him, 101 points. Unreal. And then Dallas as well. He's the 4th highest point scorer, 95 points. I'm getting goals every single week from my defenders, every single week, like more than what my midfielders scoring me. I don't know if you remember a couple of weeks ago when Stones and Dallas like conjured up like 43 points between them or something. It was crazy. My biggest letdown was Antonio, what you were just on about. I captained him. He looked dodgy on the pitch for me. Wasn't pressuring or running down or anything. Just looked like he couldn't be asked. I had some injury rumours. I don't know if it is his hamstring again or if not. I don't know. I thought it might be illness, but yeah, he was a big letdown for me. And then, although Son got me 10, my opponent had him captain, so that's what bust my games in the end. Salah, I'm half tempted to captain him for the upcoming week. I've just got a feeling. I think Liverpool, such an important game. They cannot lose this match against Leicester. They can't. If the 3 teams beneath Liverpool all win, they can drop down to like 7th place. They have to win this game. And Salah's going to be the person to score the goals if they can just conjure up this, I don't know, this performance from somewhere. So I'm half tempted to captain Salah. I know no one else will captain him at all, and it could get me over the line if it pays off.
Yeah.
Can't have a keeper like that in my team anymore. 1-0-1 time. So bad. Working Matt Ryan.
Yeah, looking at your team, actually, I'm getting persuaded a little bit with Dallas. Just because he's playing as a centre mid. So he's not even playing as like a defender. He's getting in positions. He could score goals in the Championship. So why can't he? The other thing, actually, with your team, you've only got one City there, Mahrez.
Yeah, I was just thinking
Is it a must that you need 3? Or, well, at least 2? Or what's the...
Yeah, Mahrez was a bit of a flop for me. He was just out on a whim, him like a leap out there. But I'm going to have to go with 2 City players for the double game week at least. I have to. I mentioned my keeper, and I've had to get Gundogan back. But yeah, I just hope Gundogan plays both games, and that captaincy option is appealing to me. But what if he doesn't play both games and then he blanks the one, and then Salah goes and nets twice against Liverpool? You know what I mean? Or Grealish nets assists against Brighton. Another possible captaincy. It's a tricky week coming up, if I'm honest.
I always think, I mean, I'm not saying captain him or anything like that, but I think Gundogan's nearly like safe as houses to play now. You know, instead of getting rotated. My fear is whether or not, because if Rodri's not there, he's going to drop deeper. That's
possibly. You never ever really know, do you, with this team? I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm going to go with Salah, if I'm honest. I'm about 70% like deciders on it. It might change closer to the time, but I like having the differential me, something no one else is going to have. But,
would you not?
Go on.
Sorry, would you not play it safe and go for Bruno against West Brom?
No, because I've done that quite a few times. Bruno's not a regular captain for me, but whenever I've captained him, twice against Sheffield United, for example, nothing. The fixture looks great for him, and I just think he's going to blank.
Right, okay, that's fine. Going for a differential.
Salah or Grealish for me, or Gundogan. Gundogan, Salah or Grealish.
Yeah, I've got a headache on who to do at the moment. Debating a double or a single, really, I will see. But Ryan, yours there, 72 points.
Yeah, 72. So I had Martinez and goal with 9, Cancelo 2, Diaz 1, Shaw 3, Salah 7, Barnes 3, Captain Fernandez 14, Son 10, Watkins 9, Calvert-Lewin 12, Antonio 2. So overall, decent week. I think it didn't look as good in the end once Leeds had played and once, Justin got 9. But throughout the full week, I was thinking, I've more or less won both games. Got off to a good start with Villa, Martinez and Watkins getting me 18. I mean, Martinez has been brilliant for me. Since I wildcarded, he's been like such a revelation. I mean, all season I've been like jealous of people who have him, and then suddenly I've got him, and he's just done class. And then, Calvert-Lewin, I mean, 12 points. He went beyond expectations, really. I wasn't expecting anything of him. And then, that goal, last kick of the game, I think that got an extra like 7 points or something like that from the goal and the bonus. So I mean, I was happy I captained Fernandez in the end. As we mentioned, Antonio, I was debating between the two all week. And then my other dilemma, I was going between Robertson and Diaz. I mean, it was the right choice in the end, but I mean, it was only 1 point anyway, so it didn't really matter. I brought Luke Shaw in for this game. It got me an assist, which was, well, not lucky, but he saved it considering he didn't get a clean sheet, so that was good. So
yeah, he's a good shout. He's getting quite a lot of assists lately, Luke Shaw, isn't he?
Yeah, well, I think he created like one of the most chances for a defender. I don't know, like how I think it was like recent 6-7 games or something like that, and I think he was only like 4.8. I think he was. So I just thought he's way into the Man U defense, and then they've got obviously West Brom this week, and then Newcastle next week as well. So I thought his fixtures were decent.
Yeah, I've debated swapping him for Maguire.
Right, yeah. I suppose Maguire, he does give you attacking threat, doesn't he? I mean, I think
not in form a bit, yeah.
Yeah, I expect him to score more than what he has, but yeah, Martinez, some boy Martinez. I'm up.
Yeah, great shout. That's gonna.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to do the same with that keeper. He's too good, man.
Yeah. Because I
Done
mean,
that.
I think I had McCarthy, through like all my season, and then I've literally took him out just at the right time, before they conceded 9. Well, I think the week before that as well. So
Yeah.
I've done. That was a good choice of mine, getting rid of him.
He's actually like a little bit of a match winner in a way, isn't he? Because I have stuck with McCarthy, and I've just thought, I'll tell you what, I just want something different than like Martinez. It was like 30% owned by managers.
Yeah.
But he's constantly getting like 6, 7, 8, 9 points a week.
I know.
It's such a big difference between having him and another keeper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
11 clean sheets this season, only behind Edison with 13, and then 16 bonus points. Nick Pope's leading with 17, but 16 bonus points. I feel like every save or every time they keep a clean sheet, I just think he nearly gets 3 every time.
Yeah. He does so well to block out Conser as well. I don't know if you've watched many Villa games. Have you seen Conser, mate? He proper kicked off with him all the time, screams at him for nothing. I watch it and I think, why are you putting up with that shit? You're a far better player than him. You're probably like better than him outfield and all. You're a hero. Don't put up with that. He goes in on him, mate, like for the simplest things. Like he'll play a back pass and then he'll turn out as if to go to like the left centre back or the left back. And Conser's screaming at him like, little shit, man. I'd smack him, man.
I don't think you would.
Yeah.
He's massive. He's like 6'6", isn't he?
I'd rock up with Mitro, me and him together, man. The Ultras.
The 2 twins.
Lace him all over. Tyrone Mings says out as well.
Destruction.
Hey. Well, anyway, just sorry, a quick question. What I had for you was because this less funds and stuff now. I think there's a lot of like bench points now that are just getting left on the bench, like Gundogan, Calvert-Lewin. Loads of people had that. Is it like a problem for you? I feel like I've got too strong of a squad now. It's causing me a selection headache.
Yeah, well,
Tony.
Go on. Go on, Tony.
You're already talking. I'll let you have it.
All right. Sorry, I was just nipping in there because I'm actually the other way. Like my squad isn't good enough. Like I suppose it's better in a sense. I've got Mitchell, Burke, who, at least just play a little bit. Not all the time, but at least it doesn't give me headaches of who to rotate. I mean, I think this week is my biggest headache of. I'm not sure who bench between like Son or Watkins. I think it is. But I've seen a lot of people with a lot, stronger benches compared to mine, and I'm a bit jealous in a way. I look at my squad and think, God, my squad isn't very good compared to some other people's. But I suppose you can only get 11 people on the pitch.
Yeah. Do you have that problem, Tony?
I don't know. On my bench, Mahrez and Wilson, but Mahrez is probably a bit too much of an expensive player to not play, isn't he? Whereas Wilson, I just kind of wanted him out for a while. He just sat on my bench. I'm not too keen on him. So I don't know. I wish my midfield itself was stronger over than my bench. Since De Bruyne went out and Salah went out of form, I'm not like too pleased with my midfield. But my bench, I don't know. It's sort of like a no-brainer who I have playing over Mahrez, who probably isn't going to start, and Wilson, who's just
he's
Newcastle, doesn't he?
Yeah, 6 to 8 weeks as well.
Yeah.
Ah.
Because now we're planning on getting rid of him. He can't score against me like he has been when I've had him off and that.
See, I feel like the fact there's like these premiums getting injured, like De Bruyne, Kane was injured, obviously he's back now.
Yeah.
Salah was out of form. Fernandes wasn't doing too well. Because even like Andy Robertson, I finally let him go because he's too expensive. I feel like I've got so much money that I'm having a problem because I've got like 5 good midfielders of like Grealish, Fernandes, Son, Soucek, and now Gundogan. And then I'll have Antonio, Bamford, and Kane. And I can't play them all. There's eight attackers there.
Yeah.
And even like the defenders are strong as well. So
I suppose it is good, like, in future game weeks and whatever, you're not thinking too much about fixtures because overall, you'll have a better squad depth, but it's also that bit of, if you get it wrong, you'll kick yourself for it, don't you? So I think you've got to just go for it and then just think, you know what, at least you just stick by your guns basically, and don't get too frustrated if you've got, someone on the bench who does better than someone you've played.
Well, yeah, I had that problem with Kane with 8, but we'll see anyway. It's a new week. Last 5 minutes anyway. Quickly go through the leagues. These are stand-up cup here. I mean, I fell behind now, Ryan. So I'm like behind you on overall points. You're the 4th highest points rank, yet you're only 14th.
Yeah, struggled. Lost 8 on the bounce. Finally won 1, but yeah.
And then see that middle of the pack there from 4th to 8th even. Tom Neal, Craig Errington, Stephen Lee, Ben Thacker, Danny Cannon. It's all changing that top 8 now. They've all done well over the last month. Me and Tony just outside, but obviously Jordan Swales, the late starter, the late bloomer, he's coming back. And Ainsley got his first win in about 7 games as well.
Yeah.
Nothing to worry about if you've saved your wild card.
It's still Ryan struggling.
That's it. All right, big money league, yeah. I don't know how I'm still top, to be honest. I think I'm just top that everyone else is throws. Got Kieran Devlin 2nd. Obviously, Johnny Walker and Curtis Kirby 3rd and 4th, but even they had a bit of a dip.
Yeah.
Tobias or Toby down in 5th.
Yeah. It's so tight, that, isn't it? I mean, if you look from Curtis Kirby from 3rd, 39 points to Reese, I think it could even be Coyley below him, who was on maybe 36 or 35 as well. So only like 3 or 4 points separates, I don't know, 8 spaces or something like that. So all to play for.
Tobias is winning that league.
I didn't say that when he's your mate.
Be me and him in the playoffs, and there's no way I could fucking knock him out. I couldn't do it myself. I'd forfeit. Mates don't do that with each other.
2 shout-outs then. Steve Clarkson got a shout-out the other week. 92 points this week. I mean, his City players there, Gundogan and Foden, 13 and 16. Son as captain with 20. Even had Kane, Creswell and Fernandes all chipping in, and even Lloris and Ogbonna, Rashford steadying the ship. So only Foden and Wilson, blanked in that. And then last shout-out of the day, top of the stand-up cup, 3-time winner of the Money League, Liam Taylor. Maybe he's back in business.
Yeah.
96 points. Fernandez captain 14. Dallas in 12. Creswell Martinez 9. Son 10. Gundogan 13. Salah 7. And Bamford and Calvert-Lewin also getting 6 and 12 respectively.
Well
so
done.
Anyway, so that's all we got time for today. Is anything else that you want to chip in with?
No, that's everything. Jobs are good in.
Yeah,
jobs are good in. Well, best of luck for the weekend. Gonna kiss the lucky garlic. So hope we get a winner. Back to winning ways. I've lost 4 in a bounce. I've lost 7 out the last 8. So this is it.
It's only going to get worse. Got no wild card. Stupid, man.
2-0.
Stupid, man.
Right. I'll see you all later then.
Cheers,
See you later.
Take care. Bye.